Welcome to this studio recorder video from the American Printing House for the Blind. I'm your host, Rob Meredith, a software developer here at APH. Today, we'll discuss recording for fun. That is, making recordings that are less serious or ones you don't plan to keep for very long. You might, for example, record a TV show or a party, or maybe even a lecture or a webinar. In any case, the sound card you might use for this kind of recording doesn't have to be as serious as one you might use for serious recordings. So, if your built-in sound card has a line input, you may be able to get away with using that for these kind of recordings. If you want to record from an external source, like your phone or a radio, for example, simply plug your device into your sound card's line input jack and go to Select Wave Devices in Studio Recorder with Control W.
Select Wave Devices dialog. Play device combo.
Tab down to the be sure you're on MME.
Device type MME radio button checked 1 of 2. Play device combo.
Tab down to the record device.
And 3-4 left pair microphone left pair and look at and 3 loop back left and 1-2 Microsoft Sound Mac.
And select the line input on your sound card. My sound card doesn't currently have one of those. Where it gets more complicated is if you wish to record what you hear from your sound card. Imagine you want to record a program off of the internet or something like that. This is possible in a lot of cases, but it seems like Microsoft and sound card manufacturers really don't want you doing this, so they make it difficult to find. It's mainly controlled by the sound card driver, and some drivers just don't support it at all, while some do, but it's hidden away. To see if you can record what you hear from your sound card, open up the Windows Sound Control Panel. Press Windows R and type mmsys.cpl. Let's try it.
Run dialog. Type the mmsys.cpl.
mmsys.cpl.
PL. Desktop. Folder view list view. Not selected studio recorder. 2 of 30. Sound dialog. Select the playback device below to modify settings. List view out 1-2. Modem series ready 1 of 4.
Then we press Control Tab to move to the Recording tab.
Recording page. Select the recording device below to modify settings. Select the recording device below to modify settings. List view.
We then see a list of recording devices. But before we study this list, let's turn on some features that are often preventing you from doing what we need to do. Press the Applications key, or Shift F10 if you don't have one,
Applet context menu. Show disabled devices.
and you'll see two interesting items: Show Disabled Devices
Show disconnected devices.
and Show Disconnected Devices. The most interesting option here is Show Disabled Devices, but let's turn them both on for good measure to see everything we have available to us. We'll press Enter on Show Disabled Devices.
Leaving menu. Select the recording device.
Then we'll go back in with the Applications key
Applet context menu. Show disconnected devices.
and check Show Disconnected Devices as well.
Leaving menu. Select the recording device below to modify.
Now let's look through the resulting list.
And 1-2 Modem M series default device 1 of 7. Selected. And 3-4 Modem M series ready. Loopback Modem M series ready. Loopback mix Modem M series ready. Jack mic Realtek left pair and R right pair and audio not plugged in. Jack mic Realtek left pair and R right pair and audio not plugged in 5 of 7 not selected. Microphone Realtek left pair and R right pair and audio ready. Stereo mix Realtek left pair and R right pair and audio disabled.
We see an item called Stereo Mix, but that item's disabled.
Alt Control Shift O.
This is probably the result of a licensing issue more than anything else. But that's okay. We can enable the Stereo Mix, which will allow us to record what our sound card plays. Just press the Applications key here
Applet context menu enable.
and pick Enable.
Leaving menu. Select the recording device below to modify settings. List view stereo mix Realtek left pair and R right pair and audio ready 1 of 7 not select.
Now we see
Stereo mix Realtek left pair.
that Stereo Mix is available.
Alt Control Shift O.
Then, press Enter to close the sound dialog.
Studio recorder dash left bracket document 4 right bracket document.
Back in Studio Recorder, we hit Control W for Wave Devices,
Select wave.
and once again tab down to Recording Devices.
Play device. Record device combo box. And 3-4 left pair and Modem M series right pair and 5 of 7. Microphone left pair and Realtek left. Stereo mix left pair and Realtek left pair and R right pair and audio right pair and 7 of 7.
There it is. At the bottom we see Stereo Mix. So we press Enter,
Document 4.
and we would then be able to record anything that our sound card plays. You may have noticed in my case that I have items that have the words loopback associated with them in my recording devices. Let's listen.
Loopback mix left pair and Modem M series right pair and 4 of 7.
Loopback Mix
And 3-4 left pair and loopback left pair and Modem M series right pair and 3 of 7.
and Loopback.
Loopback mix left pair and Modem M series right pair and
So
4.
Loopback and Loopback Mix. If you have a device with these options, try those, because those are basically the same thing, but you don't have to play all the games of going through the sound control panel to use them. Loopback options are very rare on most sound cards, however. There's a few other interesting things to know about leisurely recordings, and these might help you with professional recordings as well. You can actually set marks in your recordings as you record, but you can also name them while recording. So imagine we're recording a sporting event. I'll press record now.
Document 4-star.
And the team scores! So we heard the score, and we pressed mark. But what if we wanted to name that mark to more easily find it later? We can do that by pressing N.
Name mark dialog. Mark type colon generic. Name colon edit.
Naming a mark while recording names the last set mark. So we could type great score
Name colon edit great score. Document.
and press enter. Now when we stop, we can navigate back to that mark.
Great score 0 o'clock.
So we heard this, and we'll be just after
Document 4-star.
the place where we
And
scored.
the team scores.
Now, imagine we have our recorded game and we want to listen back to it. But we really don't want to hear all those commercials. If you use a Bluetooth headset, you can leisurely roam around, listen to your recording, and use your headset's navigation commands to jump through the commercials easily. This only works if Studio Recorder is the application with Focus while you're using it with your Bluetooth headset. But if you use your next track command on your headset, Studio Recorder will jump ahead 10 seconds by default, and the previous track command will jump back by 10 seconds. If 10 seconds doesn't work for you, you can change this here in Settings in the General tab.
Settings dialog. Rewind slash forward multimedia time colon edit. Endpoint.
It's called Rewind/Forward Multimedia Time. Type in any number you like. It represents the seconds that will be moved. Also, your play/pause command on your headset will start and stop Studio Recorder, as you would expect. This has been a Studio Recorder video from the American Printing House for the Blind.